All right, let's play a little game. When you think of Rogers, what comes to mind? Is it your phone buzzing with a new text, maybe the cable TV flickering with the latest hockey game, or perhaps the internet router humming quietly in the corner? We rely on Rogers for so much, right? But here's the question that might have you scratching your head. Where does all that money flow? Where does Rogers, a multi-billion-dollar behemoth, actually bank? It's a question that, honestly, I stumbled upon myself. I was looking into some financial reports, trying to understand the inner workings of Canadian telecommunications, and I found myself wondering who handles their massive transactions. Who manages their cash flow? It's not like they're stuffing it under a mattress, right? So, I dove deep, and what I found might surprise you. Now, before we get into the specifics, let's understand why this question even matters. It's not just about satisfying our curiosity. It's about understanding the financial ecosystem that supports our daily lives. Think about it. A company like Rogers has to manage payroll for thousands of employees, handle payments from millions of customers, invest in infrastructure, and even acquire other companies. All of this requires a robust and reliable banking partner. When we talk about banking for a company of this scale, we're not just talking about a simple checking account. We're talking about complex financial services, including treasury management, investment banking, and even international transactions. These services are crucial for a company's financial stability and growth. So, let's break it down. Rogers Communications, like many large corporations, doesn't rely on just one bank. They utilize a network of financial institutions to manage their diverse financial needs. This is a common practice for large companies, as it allows them to spread risk, access specialized services, and leverage competitive rates. One of the key players in Rogers' financial landscape is, unsurprisingly, a major Canadian bank. When you think of Canadian banking, a few names probably pop into your head. And yes, you're likely thinking of at least one of them. Specifically, it is well known that Rogers uses the services of Royal Bank of Canada, or RBC. RBC, being one of Canada's largest banks, offers a comprehensive suite of corporate banking services that are essential for a company like Rogers. This includes things like treasury management. This involves managing the company's cash flow, ensuring that funds are available when needed, and optimizing the use of excess cash. Commercial lending. Rogers likely relies on RBC for loans and credit facilities to fund its operations and investments. Investment banking. This includes services related to mergers and acquisitions, issuing bonds, and other financial transactions. Foreign exchange. With international operations and transactions, Rogers needs a bank that can handle foreign currency exchange efficiently. Now, why RBC? Well, several factors come into play. First, RBC has a strong presence in Canada, with a vast network of branches and a reputation for reliability. Second, they have a proven track record of serving large corporations and handling complex financial transactions. Third, they offer a wide range of services that meet Rogers' diverse needs. But here's where it gets interesting. While RBC is a major player, they're not the only one. Rogers, like any savvy business, diversifies its banking relationships. Other Canadian banks, as well as potentially international institutions, are likely involved in various aspects of their financial operations. This could include things like specialized services. Certain banks might offer specialized services in areas like trade finance or project finance, which Rogers might utilize for specific projects. Competitive rates. By working with multiple banks, Rogers can leverage competitive rates and fees, ensuring they get the best possible deal. Risk management. Spreading their banking relationships across multiple institutions helps Rogers mitigate risk and ensures that they're not overly reliant on any one bank. It's important to understand that the specific details of Rogers' banking relationships are often confidential. Companies don't always publicly disclose all of their banking partners, as this information can be commercially sensitive. However, based on available information and industry knowledge, it's clear that RBC plays a significant role in their financial operations. Now, let's think about the implications of this. Why does it matter who Rogers banks with? Well, for one, it highlights the interconnectedness of the Canadian economy. The financial health of major corporations like Rogers is closely tied to the stability of the Canadian banking system. Furthermore, it gives us a glimpse into the scale and complexity of corporate finance. Companies like Rogers handle billions of dollars in transactions every year, and they rely on sophisticated financial services to manage their operations effectively. Additionally, this information can be relevant for investors. Understanding a company's banking relationships can provide insights into its financial stability and risk management practices. It's also worth noting that the banking landscape is constantly evolving. With the rise of fintech and digital banking, traditional banks are facing increasing competition. Companies like Rogers are likely exploring new financial technologies and partnerships to optimize their financial operations. In the future, we might see Rogers working with more fintech companies or even exploring decentralized finance solutions. The possibilities are endless. So, to summarize, while the full extent of Rogers' banking relationships remains somewhat private, it's clear that Royal Bank of Canada plays a significant role. They are also likely working with other financial institutions to diversify their banking relationships and access specialized services. Understanding the financial ecosystem that supports companies like Rogers helps us appreciate the complexity of the modern economy. It's not just about the products and services they offer, it's also about the intricate financial relationships that make it all possible. And ultimately, when you consider the sheer volume of financial transactions a company like Rogers handles, it is logical that they would utilize a large and stable Canadian bank, like RBC, as a cornerstone of their financial infrastructure. This allows for reliability and access to a wide variety of financial services. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.